Nicardo Media House, man. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. You know, this is going to be a special video. It's going to be a special video. I like it. I've been working on this video for the whole weekend since Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. It's been a long day, man. But I finally get all the pieces that I need to do this video, and I'm going to put the diagram up on the screen a little bit shortly, but I just want to tell the people, man, I really appreciate all the support and love, but just help the video, man. Just click that like button. You know what to do. If you're new, click that bell, help the video to go out there. This is going to be a real good one, promise you. I deliver a good video. Just stick around, man, and just enjoy the video. It's I said it's yeah, but just stick around, man, and enjoy the video. It's going to be a really good one. But tell me what you guys think, man. I need your comment to tell me what you guys think about it. I don't want you just to watch the video and just leave it like that. Just comment, tell me what you think about all this system that I put out there, all the formations, the team play out, details on why I put players in that position, why spaces, and much more, man. Just enjoy the video, man. The reason, for playing this system, it's because of lack of, I would say, a real proper number 6, someone that could dictate tempo of the game, someone that can take the ball from the defense here and bring it out in the midfielder and, and just boss around the position and, decide, he's the one that going to decide on how fast or how slow we're going to play. He's the one that going to spread the ball around, but we don't have that number 6, so I brought out this formation system. I've been thinking about this for a while now. I've been working on this video for a while now. How tactically, we can approach this formation as a group of players that's really quality. We have a lot of players on the pitch, can play it in a number of positions. As you could see, Bobby Reed out there on the right, Tavon Gray, is in the right center back. Amari Bell is out there on the left midfield side. But let's get into the video. This system, it's going to suit these players. As we are a very athletic group of players. We're strong physically. In the air, we are fast. So, I say, yeah, this is one of probably the best suitable system, I could pick that suit the likes of, Demarai, Bailey, but we're going to start off by talking about the goalkeeper, Andre Blake. Andre Blake is somewhat good, getting better on the ball over the years now, since even when this new coach have just got appointed, he brought in his own coaching staff, that goalkeeper coach, so seeing him playing for the Reggae Boyz, especially in the Gold Cup, he improved a lot, even in the MLS, he's improving every day. You could see that he's not trying to hold on to the ball on a longer basis. He tried to hold on the ball a little bit longer and sometimes get caught up in two different man. Should he play short or long? Pinnock, left center back. Pinnock, is a cut above most of these players in the back line. Even at Andorra's game, he was like, he's at an elite level. He played for Brentford in the Premier League. He's very confident on the ball. So yeah, he could use both feet. So yeah, why not play him? Damian Lowe, Damian Lowe is someone that can easily jump in the middle, in these areas, stepped up and, blocked off number 9s who's trying to come against our defensive third. He's very good on the ball, but can take a little bit longer to make his decision. But, he should be confident playing there. Next one, Tavon Gray. Tavon Gray started his career by playing at center back. He played in that Youth World Cup in Brazil a couple of years ago when, he was playing for the USA. He was playing at center half. That's where he started since he signed for the New York MLS team. NYFC, is been playing at right back from there until now. But he can play there. He's quick, physically strong, he's good on the ball. He's someone that a little bit experienced. He's been playing for the club for 4 or 5 years now. Bobby Reed. Last season Bobby Reed played for Fulham at right wing back. He played at right wing, left wing. He can play on numerous positions. Bobby Reed can even play in these type of era right here. What else? Yeah, Amari Bell. Amari Bell is a player that, is very versatile. He played for Luton Town in the Premier League. As you see, he could play this position where Pinnock is at. That's where he's been playing since the Premier League started, that left centre back, but he can play out wide. He's a left back by trade. He's strong, tall, physical, he's fast, so he's very athletic, he's very fit, can play those channels on the wing. In the middle, in this Reggae Boy team, especially now, Kevin Lambert is one of the true out and out CDM. Who remember that World Cup when he played in 2019? I think we went to the final, I think. I think Tapa was a coach at that time. Kevin Lambert, I think he was playing for Mobile United at that time. Kevin Lambert was a standout in that midfield. He was a giant. That's when I first saw him playing for the Reggae Boyz in that 2019 Gold Cup. And, that's how he got his contract abroad at Phoenix Rising Star, something like that. He's in the MLS now for Real Salt Lake, but Daniel Johnson, the reason why I picked Daniel Johnson over Joel Latibodiere, or Casey Palmer, Johnson is very good on the ball. He's one of the only midfielder in this squad can break a high press line by collect the ball from one of the players in the back three and beat a press by making a turn or a quick pass on the wing. He's very good. Casey Palmer is not ready yet, as we saw in the Honduras game. He's not really familiarized with how the coach want him to play, it's the system and all of that. So, just give him time to get used to all of that. But this is the big thing. Leon Bailey and Demarai Gray. Leon Bailey and Demarai Gray are going to have a free role in this team, but they will more start their attack on each wing out here because they know they likes to cut in, and these wing backs, Bell and Reed, will be overlapping a lot down these sides, and giving them space to come inside, just to create, especially Demarai Gray, Bell need to overlap more. So play him out wide, he will be the only outlets out there now on the left side. So, coming inside, they would play like a number 10. I would love to them to be that creator in the team, as these two players, Kevin Lambert and Johnson, they're going to play really close to each other. Like they're going to play really close to each other. I'm going to set an arrow and both players, they shouldn't be playing too far from each other. They should be playing like no more than 15 yards away from each other. They are massive, and how we shield this back line right here. Their job, is to shield this back line, as we don't really have a true out and out number 6. Daniel Johnson is the only one close can play that position, so that's why I play him over Joel Latibodiere, as Joel Latibodiere can play any one of these positions right here. I'm going to leave the arrows on both players because this is where they serve and protect the back three. They don't really do much on the ball. They're mostly there for defensive work, and receiving and just play to the. So Shamar Nichols, is going to be a player that his older player is going to have to be excellent. He's somewhat not really on good form right now, but he's a very good striker. He played over 100 career games. He scored 84 career goals, both in Jamaica, Slovenia, Belgium, and Russia so far. So yeah, he's a proven striker. He's more experienced than Dujan Richards. Mikel Antonio, man, I don't know if he's really commit to play every game for the Reggae Boyz. I don't want to be banking on him, but yeah. Go on the screen, you will see some players, like additional players that who could come in and play the same position as Greg Lee. Greg Lee can play both left and right back. Tavon Gray can play both right-sided. Richard King. I would take Mariapa out and put in Richard King. He's younger, he's fresh, he's good on the ball. He likes to play in the back three like this. We saw it when Paula was a coach. Paula used, that back three in the last couple of games when he was a head coach after Reggae Boyz. The last couple of games after the World Cup campaign before it end. So Leon Bailey, you got Cephas and Tojan Whisper Richards. If you watch Whisper a lot, in the Money Cup, you could see that he likes to pick up the ball a little bit deep, but he could play both center forward and this supportive, you could call it supportive striker, you could call it inside forward, you could call it a shadow striker, you can, anyone you want to call it, but they are attacking players in this team. You see here you got Cephas and Demarai Phillips. I love Demarai Phillips from Mount Pleasant. He's someone that always want to get on the ball and do something. He's quick, he's a creative player. You have Anderson, Colin Anderson, that I think he's in one of those countries. I think it's Albania or North Macedonia. I think it's North Macedonia. And Trivante Stewart just got transferred to Salernitana in the Italian Serie A. I don't really want to bank on Antonio as he's 33, injury prone. He's not fully 100 commit to playing for the Reggae Boyz, but if he's in and he wants to play, he's a very good striker, so, but we should be looking ahead of us, looking at younger striker that is more hungry and want to play. So, that's why I put in these players' name. You guys can tell me what you guys want, who you want to see in the team. Just drop it down in the comment box. I mean, this is not really an official team, but I just put these guys in to fill it, to get a proper squad in. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, give you guys a different method on how this team should play out with this formation, from the back, when you're playing out from the back, or if you're kicking out a long ball. So yeah, this is how this team will set up, playing out the ball in possession. The reason I do this is because yeah, so this is a setup. I know this team going to set out on a pitch to play out the ball in position, especially when you're coming up against teams like Mexico that high press. This formation gives you a lot of overloads and in the wing position. It create triangles, it create diamonds. So this is a triangle. From here to here, it's a diamond shape. It's the same thing. It's a triangle here, and then it's a diamond shape. Everywhere on the pitch have a triangle. It's easier to play out. When you form triangle all over the pitch, it's hard for the opposition to get the ball. So Blake, will get the ball. One of the first players, I would love Blake to pass the ball is to Pino, as he's one of the best defenders on the ball in this back three. If it's not left, it's going to be right, and it's going to be Damon Loa's last resort. Only if he's free, only if the man that's behind Damon Loa is like 10 yards away, you could give him the ball. But otherwise from that, we should just go long. And why I put Amari Bell out here on the flank and Shamar Nicholson out here on the right is for the long balls. And this is the reason why I placed them out there. Amari Bell is tall, is physically strong, he could leap. It's the same for Shamanico, so he's what, 6'4", 6'5", so when you come on the attack and you don't and the opposition, mark these players out, Tavon Gray or Pinnock, you could get the ball long to Shaman Nichols. But if Pinnock get it, his first pass should be looking at Demarai Gray. These are the players that are going to beat the press. Bobby Reed is very technical on the ball, so yeah, he's somewhat, can bring out the ball with his back to goal. Daniel Johnson is going to be one of the outlets. If we can get the ball a lob pass to Daniel Johnson, he could make a 1 or 2 touch and lay it off and move, But in this setup, only if Kevin Lambert is really free in the middle of the pitch, we should use him, as we know he's not that very comfortable on the ball. So, but Johnson should be one of the outlet if the ball is on the right side. So Tavon Gray should be looking at Reed or Johnson. If Pinnock get the ball, he should looking at Gray or down the flank to Bell. Or if somewhat, if the ball is on the left side to Pinnock, Leon Bailey always going to come over here and create that overload. It's the same thing. If the ball is on the right to Gray, he come over here to give more options when the players on the ball. It's another triangle, it's another diamond shape. So this is a wicked formation to use, I'm telling you. But this is how the team should play. So this is the setup, and when we get into the opposition defensive third, when we are in their own half, try to get position, try to create chances. This is how we can do it. So you would see Pinnock. You see that arrow on Pinnock and Tavon Gray. These players, can go through the channels right here whenever the midfielders are on the ball, just stepped up a little bit, and give them another outlet where they can get the ball around. As you could see, it's another triangle. It's Bell, Kevin, Pinnock. It's another triangle. Everywhere you go, you see triangles, so it's hard. It's the same. So Pinnock and Gray, Tavon Gray can go in these channels. This is somewhat similar on how, Antonio Conte play in that Chelsea system with, Gary Cahill, Aspilicueta, and David Luiz, players that really good on the ball and can go into spaces. So you would find these players, Bobby Reed. So let's get Bobby Reed and Arrow. Let's get Bell, Arrow. So these players, would go up and down the flank. These players will go up and down, try to get the whip in. So this is the next thing. If they playing a back five, a low block, five at the back, you could always push these players up. These squadrons push these players up, and Shamar Nichols, when coming up against a back five that really played low blocks like we saw in that group stage, I think we played Trinidad. Yeah, in that game of Trinidad, they played at a very low block. Time to time when that happened with this formation, you would have Shamar Nichols drop down like this. You will see Shamar Nichols drop down in this number 10 area. Just try to create spaces for Leon Bailey and Demarai Gray to go in. They will push in the gaps of, both of them will push so now both of them will play in between two, they will take, so both of these players, Bell, So both of these players, Demarai Gray and Leon Bailey, they would run the channels in that back four. They will keep two defenders occupied. You already have one that going to chase Boza out. So that's three defenders gone. Then they're going to have their wing backs, which going to always tuck in when Leon and Demarai Gray, occupy themselves in the box. And then you will find spaces down the flank because both fullbacks going to have to tuck in when so many defenders occupied with strikers in the box. So you will find room, and from there, the ball can come from either side, left or right, and then you'll have Shamar Nicholson making late run in the box. As this is somewhat how Tottenham Hotspurs play. When Hurricane is getting on the ball in the number 10 era and Kuliszewski and Jung-Min Son is running in that number 9 position, and you will have the players out there getting the ball in the box. So this is a really good formation. And again, you will create, this is like a pentagon. This is like a so you would still, everywhere you go, you will still find the triangles, the diamond shape, all those things. So, this is a well masterpiece formation that I'm setting up right here, how the team should play. Yeah, so this is all the team can defend, when opposition are trying to play the ball out. We can go back into a similar formation that the coach love to play, with the two back fours, the defensive and the midfield. So you would have Oza and Leon Bailey, who are the trigger press. We set up them and how they played out their ball, and you'd have, Demarai Gray, and you'd have Bobby Reed, will focus on both wing backs, not to have too many spaces trying to carry out that ball, and you will have, Tavon Gray, who, as I said, can play the right wing back, going to close on both wingers for opposition team, and these players will occupy the spaces in that midfield. As you see, whenever you have a pentagon, this is a pentagon, Leon, Bowser, Kevin, and Johnson, this is a pentagon. There is no space in the middle for them to play that ball. And as you see, I close out all that wing area, it's really clogged. So there's only one option, is to play the ball long. And I have two giant center back, who's very good in the air, can deal with business. So if they beat the press, say they beat the press, we can always shift back into a back five real quick, as this formation takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of position awareness. As you see, I could shift right back into a back. As you can see, I shift right back into a back five. Clogged up all the midfield areas. This is what happened now when they beat the press. This is how the team, should look. Get back in this formation real quick. Bowser should be looking to shadow all these spaces right here. These two players, their job is simple: serve, protect, and defend the back three. So this is a back three, go back, so we'd have Bell and Bobby Reed in that back three right here. So you will find players like Leon Bailey and Demarai Gray always going to come. So if the ball is out here on the right side of Leon Bailey, what he's doing is he got to protect Bobby Reed, as Demarai Gray should come in. So you have help right there. So you'd have player like Johnson should step over, and you would have that defensive help. So this is another form of triangle, all around triangles all around. So we should overload the box, and we should do this vice versa. Whenever it come on the left side, Johnson should step over here, and Demarai Gray, help out Amari Bell. So yeah, this formation is pretty much, simple, but it takes a lot of position awareness to get over different spaces and get the different areas covered really quick, but it is so dynamic for us. We are very athletic, we're strong, we're fit, so this formation, it takes a lot, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of strength. But look, we are fast, we are strong, so we should really equip, should to deal with all of these problems that come and unfolds. So, this is what I have to show. This is tactically how I would love to see, the Reggae Boyz set up, moving forward, because this really suit our players, because we are strong, we are fast, we physical, we everything, man. We have all the attributes, that all professional players need in this DNA, so this system will suit our players good. But yeah, then what you guys think, man, on the video? This is a really good video. I've been trying to do this a long time now, to demonstrate it on the board so you guys can see. So, but drop that comment down in the comment box, man, and tell me what you guys think about this video. But yeah, thanks for watching, man. This is Nicardo Media House. Peace out.
In the city life, I'm feeling so alive. Drifting around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing road?